Well, I cannot say I'm surprised. So, Nintendo has released a cease and desist to another emulator, particularly Dolphin, which handles Wii and Nintendo GameCube games. Speaking to Kotaku, a Nintendo spokesperson said that Dolphin emulator uses illegal practices to grant access to older Nintendo games that they won't release, by the way. Here is the quote: "Nintendo is committed to protecting the hard work and creativity of video game engineers and developers," the spokesperson said. This emulator illegally circumvents Nintendo's protection measures and runs illegal copies of the game. Using illegal emulators or illegal copies of games harms the development and ultimately stifles innovation. Coming from the guys who released Tears of the Frame Rate and then signed off and approved Game Freak's creations of Pokemon Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. These guys are such fucking gaslighters, it's ridiculous. When have these guys, quite frankly, ever given a shit about emulation? At least since the Nintendo Wii came out. I guess the 3DS was gimmicky with the 3D element, but we've already had 3D movies. So I guess there was a little innovation there. The Nintendo Switch is just a portable gaming console. I mean, at the time, the specs were kinda cool. Meaning, an Xbox 360 and PS3 type of quality of graphics. But it seems to have definitely fallen behind. This company is so out of their god dang mind. It is ridiculous. When are they gonna release their whole library of old games? That's my first question. Secondly, why? Why does any of this matter? What money are they losing? They've kept these old titles to themselves. If they wanted to make money off of these old titles, they would either release them on Nintendo Switch Online, or they would sell them on a store like they used to. It's crazy to me that the Nintendo Switch doesn't offer Super Mario Galaxy 2. It doesn't offer Wii Sports, the original Wii Sports. Nintendo Switch doesn't even offer Super Smash Bros. Melee. What are we doing? Just release the game if you cared that much about piracy. If it was that much of a problem, just release the game. A big part of emulation is preservation. And this is something that I agree with Phil Spencer on, because he has touched on it, saying that it is a part of preservation and it's a tool. So, the emulators themselves to run copies of your game or digital copies of your game are legal, but downloading or uploading ROMs to ROM sites or preloading ROMs into an emulator is in fact illegal, if that makes sense. ROMs are technically legal if you own the game and plan to properly back up your game. If you have the game and you have legally purchased that game and run it on an emulator, that itself is legal. Nintendo will lie to you, gaslight, and tell you that, hey, that this is an illegal practice, hey, this is piracy. But if you, in fact, have the game, legally purchase that game, it is yours to copy and to run on any device that you would like to run it on. So a good example of this, to kind of explain it for people, it's similar to burning a CD. So you have purchased an MP3, and you want to put this MP3 on a CD so that way you can play it in your car. That itself is legal. But however, if you upload the MP3 to a website where people can download it for free or send it to a friend, that is not legal. This does seem overly dramatic of a reaction from Nintendo, I think. Definitely because they do not sell the products that they are so desperate to protect the copyright for. So, what's your thoughts on this? Does downloading a 20-year-old game stifle innovation? Does it hurt the developers who made the game? Is Nintendo missing out on any money? Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully they'll release a full library of games, so that way they can get the money that they're so desperately looking for. See ya.